Hey YouTube and RPG community, rhaegar here for a bit of a response video today. Now I was watching a video recently, I think by Samuel G possibly, about random encounters versus GM influence, and in that video basically he's saying, this is to do a solo campaign, but it could be widening out to a full party situation where do you, as a GM, do you orchestrate events to give them a fair challenge but more of a cinematic kind of, I've got all these encounters lined up for you, or, all these situations that will occur between starting your adventure and getting to where you need to go, or do you go for a more semi-realistic approach where anything can happen? You can, walk upon bandits, get attacked by wild creatures, that sort of thing, or something completely unpredictable can happen. And so far, the response I've seen, I've sort of been on the side of the GM designing events to create a fair but challenging environment, which is fair enough. But I kind of like randomness and unpredictability in my games. The reason being, if you orchestrate things too much, I feel like you take away some of that creative energy from a game. Some of the best experiences I've had, and I haven't had a vast amount compared to some players in this community. Some of the best things have happened when something has occurred that was not predictable at all. It was a completely random occurrence, usually from dice, the magical or machinations of dice causing something crazy to happen, and those are great memories, and I feel like if you design it too much, it might lose a bit. You might not be able to make a good game if you let a bit of that unpredictability in. I mean, it is a risk because things can go wrong, but there is a payoff if it goes right for you. In the instance of Samuel G's, I think he mentioned about a cleric solo campaign. So in my view, if you let some unpredictable events happen, say, for example, he gets stormed upon by a mass of bandits. I mean, far more than any one man could take on, or a woman, or dwarf, whatever, And then he's like, well, I clearly can't win this fight. If this comes to violence, I'm screwed. So what you can do as a GM is sort of twist that a little bit. Maybe, embrace that random event and do something with it that wasn't expected. He's expecting probably to have a very hard fight in his hands, but say you could turn it into more of a test of faith kind of thing, like a situation where his morals and principles are being tested. Say the bandits approach him, with a white flag or whatever bandits would do for any treaty, and be like, "We're not here to fight you. We have an injured member," or say they have they might have a pregnant member who needs medical attention. Would you be able to help us, and we'll let you go free on your way? And then it becomes a moral choice. Will a cleric aid someone who is quite clearly an enemy, but is asking for his help, for his skills as a medical profession, in a sense? So I kind of like that. You could do that. You could take something random and then put a spin on it, and it becomes part of the story, and then that's something, unique to that story, which I quite like that. So I thought I'd share my thoughts on that. I hope you enjoyed hearing them, And I hope to hear from possibly Samuel G, or I think the Outsider 60 who wants to reply. See what you think to this. Okay guys, until next time.